Hi, I'm Laura Flanders of The Laura Flanders Show. Watch every week on Free Speech TV, Link TV, YouTube, or if you're in New York, CUNY TV. Prefer to listen? Subscribe to the free podcast at lauraflanders.com. I end every week with a commentary. I call it the F word. Here's this week's. After a few weeks overseas, away from the daily drip of U.S. news, I'm home and horrified and thinking about Karl Polanyi. One of the 20th century's great economic historians, Polanyi wrote about economics, but he always started with humanity. What does it take to create a willing worker, a follower, a servant? What makes a person pliant, he asked. To explain it, he looked at colonizers who cut down fruit trees and olive groves and root up relationships to break autonomous social networks. Smash society and you create craven people. Craven, from the early English word meaning crushed, defeated, overwhelmed. You can probably see where I'm going. Born into relationship literally by accord. What does it take to break social beings into fearful atomized ones? The ones I feel us becoming as we scurry about in our endless days trying to make ends meet and digest the news, and the news we get becomes ever more shocking and more dire. Award-winning cartoonist Jen Sorensen put her finger on it, I think, in a strip related to what's been happening on the border. Along with families, what's being separated, she writes, are Americans from our conscience. Forced separation from conscience, she warns, can lead to national trauma, even national suicide. Is that what this is, this sadness that I'm feeling? Smashing society is what authoritarians do, and Donald Trump is great at it. In a pep rally for his troops, voters, he announced a change from family separation to family incarceration indefinitely. Will we stomach that? He also insulted a protester, disparaged the press, and boasted about how well he got along with the dictator of North Korea. Breaking us from one another, insult by insult, threat by threat, is how Trump seized the presidency. But we were pretty broken already. Without even delving into our past of genocide and slavery, on any given day in the U.S., 500,000 kids are in foster care. They stay on average for a couple of years, some for 5 years or longer. More than half are kids of color, and their average age is 9. Another 60,000 under 18 years of age are incarcerated in prisons and jails. That state of affairs is normal, but only in a broken society. We're not done for yet. As I write, protesters are occupying immigration authority offices around the country with their children. Women are preparing for mass arrests, but kids in cages hit a nerve that rescinding DACA for 800,000 dreamers didn't, that taking back temporary protection for 248,000 refugees hasn't, and denying asylum to thousands of victims of war and violence in camps has so far failed to do. We're not at national suicide point yet, but only time will tell. For an example of how social fabrics can be rebuilt, watch our special report this week on Preston, Lancashire, on Free Speech TV, Link TV, or at our website, lauraflanders.org, where you can also subscribe to our free weekly podcast and receive these commentaries directly. Write to me, tell me what you think. That's Laura, Laura, at lauraflanders.com, and subscribe to get another F word next week.